Buckle up, Wanderlust warriors, because we're about to torch 114 travel facts you've been smugly nodding along to forever. From continents playing hide-and-seek to rivers pulling a plot twist, this globe-trotting takedown is sassier than a Parisian waiter, and sharper than a Swiss Army knife. Think you know the world? Ha! Let's see how many of these myths have been living rent-free in your head. Got a fave? Drop it in the comments. What fact left your jaw on the floor? Spill the tea. We're all ears. 1. Australia is the only country that's a continent? Poor Greenland. Poor Zealandia. Turns out there are submerged continents, like Zealandia, hiding beneath New Zealand like a shy mermaid. 2. The Amazon River is the longest river? Depends who's bragging. Sometimes it's the Amazon, sometimes it's the Nile. They're basically in a global slow dance for first place.
I'll let Andrew take over with the video, but there's one stat that really got me thinking. Airlines mishandle around 26 million bags every year, with 1.8 million of those going missing or getting stolen. That's a lot of chaos. And trust me, the last thing you want is your luggage being part of that statistic. Or even worse, arriving at your destination and your phone's dead, so you can't reach anyone. Instead of just crossing your fingers and hoping your luggage won't get lost, or that your phone will make it through those unexpected airport delays, why not take these 8 steps to avoid the headache? 1. Use GPS and Bluetooth to track your luggage. 2. Get a TSA-approved smart lock you can track from your phone. 3. Use weight sensors to help avoid mishandling. 4. Set up geofencing so you're alerted if your bag moves outside a designated area. 5. Add luggage insurance to make claiming a damaged or lost bag or item easier. 6. Set up emergency contact info for airline staff or fellow travelers. 7. Always carry a phone battery backup. 8. Invest in durable luggage like aerospace-grade polycarbonate, waterproof, scratch-resistant, or rip-resistant materials. Here's the good news. You can cover most of these safety steps with just one simple move. Get yourself a smart luggage bag. Now, I won't lie. No bag will give you all 8 of these features. But a solid smart luggage option should cover at least 50% of them, and you can find workarounds for the rest. I get it. Finding luggage that actually works the way it should can be tough. So I did the hard part for you. I've tracked down the best smart luggage bags based on real user feedback and made sure they tick off 50% to 80% of these features. I've even listed some extra products that help with the remaining features. Check out the full list in the description below. All right, now back to Andrew.
3. France is hexagon-shaped? Only if you drew it after 3 glasses of Bordeaux. France is more like a squashed trapezoid on a bad Tinder date. 4. There are only 7 continents? Depends on your map maker. Some consider Europe and Asia 1, Eurasia. Other models, 6 or even 5. Geography, the original chaos, 5. Africa is a country? If you still believe this, we need to revoke your map privileges immediately. Africa is 54 countries, and they all have Wi-Fi. 6. Canada is always frozen? Summer in Toronto? It gets so humid you could fry bacon on the sidewalk. Canada, ice hockey and heat stroke. 7. Europe is bigger than Africa? On Mercator maps, sure. Reality? Africa could fit the US, China, India, and most of Europe inside it, with room for dessert. 8. Greenland is icy? Iceland is green? Iceland is mossy, volcanic, and broody. Greenland is icy but also weirdly mountainous and rugged. Neither name really tried very hard. 9. The equator is always hot. Parts of it, like Highland Quito, Ecuador, are chilly enough to need a jacket. Altitude, nature's personal air conditioner. 10. Alaska is westernmost and easternmost? Yes. Thanks to the Aleutian Islands crossing the 180th meridian, Alaska is literally flirting with Asia across the ocean. 11. Venice is sinking because of water? Actually, it's the weight of centuries of buildings causing Venice to slowly smoosh into mud, like a luxurious architectural marshmallow. 12. There are no deserts in Antarctica? Antarctica is the largest desert. Not because it's hot, but because it's bone dry. Imagine a frozen, glittery Sahara. 13. The Dead Sea is a sea, it's a lake. An extremely salty, borderline clingy lake that's obsessed with your buoyancy. 14. Japan is one big island? Japan is actually 6,852 islands. It's a whole spicy sashimi platter, not just a single tuna roll. 15. The Mississippi River is the longest in the US, only if you ignore the Missouri River, which is sneakily longer, like a cousin who shows up to Thanksgiving with extra pie. 16. The United Kingdom and Great Britain are the same thing? Nope. Great Britain is the island. The United Kingdom includes Northern Ireland. Geography. Inventing messy relationships since 1707. 17. Mount Kilimanjaro is a volcano. It's 3 volcanoes in a trenchcoat: Kibo, Mwenzi, and Shira. African drama, but with lava. 18. Hawaii is America's southernmost state. Actually, Kauai, South Point on Hawaii's Big Island, sticks out closer to the equator than anywhere else in the US. 19. All of Russia is freezing cold. The Sochi Riviera would like a word. Palm trees, beaches, and the Winter Olympics. Russia, you confusing masterpiece. 20. Egypt is entirely desert. Egypt's Nile Valley is a lush green thread. It's basically nature's eyeliner, tracing beauty through arid chaos. 21. The Atlantic and Pacific Oceans are the same temperature. The Atlantic is saltier and warmer, while the Pacific is moodier and cooler. Ocean personalities confirmed. 22. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is the most tilted building. Germany's Suhrhusen Church leans even more dramatically. Pisa just hired better marketers. 23. All deserts are hot? Say hello to the Gobi Desert. Windswept, frigid, and utterly rude to your heating expectations. 24. Every country observes time zones like a normal person. China spans 5 time zones but insists on just one. Somewhere, a Xinjiang farmer watches the sunrise at 10 a.m. 25. The Panama Canal runs east to west. Trick question. It runs northwest to southeast. Panama, you sly little isthmus. 26. Asia is densely populated everywhere. Try Mongolia, one of the most sparsely populated countries with more horses than humans. 27. Madagascar is tiny. It's the 4th largest island in the world, bigger than Spain. Move over, penguins. 28. The Amazon rainforest is untouched. People have lived in, farmed, and shaped the Amazon for over 11,000 years. It's less untouched and more intimately known. 29. All Caribbean islands are sunny all year. Ever been to Dominica in rainy season? It's like showering with the windows open for 3 months straight. 30. Brazil speaks Spanish? Nope. Portuguese. Different colonial drama entirely. 31. The Arctic is just ice. There are islands, rivers, mountains, and Russian submarines playing hide and seek. 32. All beaches have white sand. Try the black sands of Iceland or Hawaii, or the pink sands of the Bahamas. Nature knows how to accessorize. 33. Antarctica is claimed by no one. 7 countries have staked claims. It's like a frozen Game of Thrones, minus the dragons, sadly. 34. All rainforests are in hot climates? Not really. There are temperate rainforests too, like the mossy, mystical forests of Washington state. 35. Niagara Falls is the tallest waterfall? Tallest? Not even close. Angel Falls in Venezuela makes Niagara look like a quaint garden fountain. 36. All countries have a capital? Nauru doesn't. It decided it was too cool for capitals. Mood. 37. Spain and Portugal are always sunny. Galicia, Spain is wetter than London some years. Pack an umbrella? Or 3. 38. All of Africa is hot? The Atlas Mountains in Morocco regularly see snow. Yes, snow. 39. The Mediterranean Sea is calm? Not always. It can get gnarly, wild, and deeply offended. 40. London is always gloomy. London gets more annual sun hours than Miami gets rain. Cheerio to that stereotype. 41. Hawaii is closer to Japan than the US? Nope. Hawaii is 2,400 miles from California, but over 4,000 miles from Tokyo. 42. India is entirely hot. Shimla, India, regularly gets snow. India is basically a spicy buffet of climates. 43. Africa has no mountains? Mount Kilimanjaro, the Atlas Mountains, the Drakensberg. Africa laughs heartily at this myth. 44. Russia is entirely in Europe? 3/4 of it is in Asia. Russia, the original overachiever in landmass. 45. The Danube River flows only in Germany? It sachets through 10 countries. Germany's just the opening act. 46. The Pacific Ocean is peaceful? Pacific means peaceful, yes, but it also hosts the Ring of Fire, home to 75% of the world's volcanoes. Peaceful-ish. 47. All maps are accurate? Every map lies. Mercator shrinks Africa, exaggerates Europe. Cartography, a polite con. We have more than 60 more facts to go, but so far, what's your take? Let's keep going. Still breathing? Good, because we're only halfway through. Let's shake loose a few more assumptions. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. 48. All volcanoes are in the tropics? Iceland would like to speak through an eruption. 49. Japan is the land of the rising sun. Because it's eastmost, there are Pacific Islands further east. Japan just snagged the poetic branding early. 50. You can swim across the English Channel easily? Sure, if you're built like a dolphin and don't mind jellyfish kisses and 15 degrees Celsius water. 51. Australia has no snow? The snowy mountains are real. Australians ski badly, but they ski. 52. The Statue of Liberty faces Europe. Lady Liberty actually faces southeast, not directly at Europe. She's just doing her own thing. 53. All rainbows are the same everywhere. Iceland's low sun angles create double and even triple rainbows. Unicorn territory confirmed. 54. Mexico is entirely desert. The south is lush jungles, waterfalls, and humidity so thick it feels like salsa dancing with the air. 55. Rome is always warm? Rome has had freak snowstorms. Julius Caesar did not order those. 56. Canada has no deserts? The Okanagan Desert in British Columbia begs to differ. Canada, land of ice and surprise deserts. 57. Every country has 4 seasons? Some countries only have 2, wet and dry. Others, like Kenya, flaunt 5. You feel that? The world slipping through your fingers like warm sand. Let's dig even deeper. The tropics are always steamy. Parts of the Sahara are within the tropics. Steamy, not unless you count hallucinations. The Bermuda Triangle has unexplained disappearances. Insurance companies and Lloyd's of London found no higher incident rates there than anywhere else. Sorry, conspiracy fans. Alaska is always dark in winter. Parts of Alaska, like Anchorage, still get a few hours of dusky light. It's moody, not blackout. Paris is the city of light. Because it's sunny? Nope. Paris was one of the first cities to use gas street lighting en masse. Rivers flow only to the sea. Some, like the Okavango River in Botswana, empty into inland swamps. Rivers gone rogue. Brazil is just beaches and samba. The Amazon alone is 60% of Brazil's territory. And no, they don't all know how to samba. Italy is shaped like a boot. Because it was designed that way? Pure accident. If Mother Nature wore shoes, Italy would be her scandalous stiletto. The equator is a straight line. Earth bulges at the equator like a muffin top. It's messy, and we love it. The South Pole is always colder than the North? True, but not by as much as you'd think. Summer at the South Pole feels like your freezer's bad day. Australia is full of deadly animals. Mostly true, but your toaster statistically poses a bigger threat. Every country is officially recognized. Kosovo, Taiwan, Palestine, all political hot potatoes. Recognition is messy. China is only urban megacities. Over half of China's land is farmland, mountains, and small villages with better tea than your entire pantry. Only the Amazon has rainforests? Africa's Congo Basin is the second largest rainforest. Move over, anacondas. Scandinavia means Finland. 2. Geographically? Nope. Culturally and emotionally? Sure, why not? Europe has no volcanoes? Italy's Mount Etna has been huffing and puffing since Homer wrote epic poetry. New Zealand is tropical? The South Island gets snow, lots of it, like a broody Lord of the Rings set. Peru is only Machu Picchu? Try the beaches, deserts, rainforests, and more ceviche than your taste buds can legally handle. Spain's bullfights are a national pastime? Only a tiny minority attend them today. Most Spaniards prefer football and tapas. California is always warm? Ever heard of Lake Tahoe snowstorms? Pack a jacket, dreamers. The Prime Meridian is the only important line. While Greenwich gets the fame, countless countries have their own historical meridians. Paris even had its own. Because why share the spotlight? Singapore is just a city? It's an entire sovereign nation packed into a city-state, humming like a neon-lit Swiss watch. One of the few countries that could fit inside a stubborn child's daydream. Mount Fuji is always snow-capped? Not in the sweltering Japanese summer. Fuji sometimes sheds its icy hat and looks more like a brooding sleepy giant. Finland is a frozen wasteland? Finnish summers flirt with 30 degrees Celsius. Think fewer polar bears, more steamy lakeside saunas and barefoot berry picking. Only Africa has safari wildlife? India boasts its own regal tigers, Asiatic lions, and vibrant safaris. Geography, like cuisine, loves a spicy surprise. The Pacific Ocean is the deepest at its center? Wrong. The Mariana Trench lurks at the edge of tectonic plates. Depth? 36,070 feet. Enough to drown Mount Everest. Twice. What? Greenland has a green landscape, only along a narrow coastal strip. The rest resembles a lonely wedding cake left out in a blizzard. Japan is entirely urban. 2/3 of Japan is forested. Cities like Tokyo are neon jungles. The countryside hums with cicadas and forgotten shrines. North America and South America were always connected. The Isthmus of Panama rose only about 3 million years ago. Before that, two continents just flirting from afar. The United States is the largest country by area. Third, Russia flexes at number 1, and Canada nonchalantly sips maple syrup at number 2. The Dead Sea is the lowest point on Earth? On land, yes. But if you count under the oceans, the Mariana Trench humbles the Dead Sea by several unforgiving miles. The Great Barrier Reef is a single reef. It's 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands. Think sprawling polychromatic underwater cities ruled by flamboyant fish. You can see all of New Zealand in 1 week, maybe if you have a teleportation device. Otherwise, between fjords, volcanoes, and sheep-induced traffic jams, you'll need a lifetime. Africa's rivers are all small. The Nile, the Congo, the Niger. These rivers don't just trickle. They thunder, weave, and sculpt continents. Tibet is just a barren plateau. Tibet shimmers with lakes, forests, and valleys that could out-mystic your entire Pinterest board. The world's oldest desert is the Sahara? False. The Namib Desert in southern Africa has been arid for at least 55 million years. Ancient, even by dinosaur standards. Hawaii has only volcanoes. It's also got lush rainforests, snow-capped peaks, green sand beaches, and wild goats plotting your hiking mishaps. The Andes are just mountains. They're also home to high plateaus, salt flats, and flamingo-dotted lagoons that shimmer like spilled champagne under the sun. All water flows south. Rivers like the Nile rebel gloriously, flowing north. Nature refuses to obey lazy human metaphors. Maps are universal truths. Every map tells a political story, hides biases, and flatters empires. The world, my friend, is a sphere squeezed onto a flat lie. The Indian Ocean is the smallest? Nope. It's the third largest. The Indian Ocean just minds its business like an introvert at a beach party. Big, deep, and quietly judging you. Chile is a normal-shaped country, only if your idea of normal is a spaghetti noodle. Chile stretches 4,300 miles long, but is barely 110 miles wide. Nature's version of a ridiculous catwalk model. Switzerland is totally flat? Flat? Please. Over 60% of Switzerland is flexing with mountain muscles. The Alps basically sculpt the entire skyline into postcard-perfect abs. All glaciers are at the poles? Not even close. Tropical glaciers exist, perched on Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Kenya, and the Andes. Ice and equators. Awkward, but beautiful roommates. Saudi Arabia is entirely sand dunes. Sure, if you skip the mountains, rocky plateaus, and coastal plains. Saudi Arabia. More geological drama than your favorite telenovela. Africa is poor in natural resources? Laughable. Africa practically sparkles with gold, diamonds, oil, uranium, and the cobalt running your smartphone battery. It's rich beyond measure, if only history, proxy control, and politics from America, Europe, and China played fair. The Mediterranean only touches Europe and Africa? Wrong again. Asia cozies right up, waving from Syria, Lebanon, and Israel. It's a trio that crashes the continental party without an RSVP. Mexico is only tacos and tequila. Mexico is a treasure chest bursting with 68 indigenous languages, 35 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and pyramids that outdate Cleopatra. It's less taco stand, more time machine. You can walk from Alaska to Russia in winter? Technically yes, over treacherous, shifting ice. Attempt it, and you're basically signing up for your own Discovery Channel disaster documentary. The Caspian Sea is a sea in name only. It's the largest enclosed inland body of water, salty enough for a dramatic breakup, but legally a lake. Mount Rushmore is in the middle of nowhere? Not exactly. It's in South Dakota's Black Hills, sacred to Native American tribes, long before presidential stonefaces crashed the party. The sun always rises in the east and sets in the west, unless you're chilling at the poles, where during parts of the year, the sun drunkenly circles the horizon in endless day, or endless, existential dread. England is synonymous with the UK? Not even close. England's just the overconfident oldest sibling. Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are tired of explaining this at parties. Dubai is the capital of the UAE. Dubai dazzles brighter, but the actual capital is Abu Dhabi. Rich, powerful, and too classy to brag. The Yangtze River is the cleanest? Sadly, it's not. Despite flowing through pages of history, The Yangtze today wrestles with massive industrial pollution. Still majestic, but maybe hold your nose. Rome was built in a day? Try about 1,000 years. Rome took longer to build than most people take to finish a Netflix binge. Good things and colosseums take time. The world map has north on top because of natural law? Nope, it's a human choice. European map makers in the 14th century decided north was up. If Polynesian navigators ruled the world, your globes would have south sitting smugly at the top. You see, the world isn't just round, it's wildly unpredictable. Every map you learned, every fact you believed, every neatly folded geography quiz was a carefully staged performance. Reality? It's weirder, wilder, more deliciously twisted. Keep questioning, keep wandering. And remember, the sexiest thing about travel is that it helps you peel back the lies so you can see the truth for what it is. Not media propaganda. Subscribe to MapLust for more.